What's going on, YouTube? Sam Broom again with another video. My take on these fragrances. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that little red button at the bottom. Let YouTube know. And tell a friend about the channel. Hit that like button. Hit that red button. Hit the notification button. Hit all the buttons you see on YouTube. Let's keep this thing rolling, man. I'm enjoying doing it. As you can see in the top, in the beginning of the video, the scent of the day is by Hugo Boss, and it's Hugo Boss Man Extreme, with top notes of apple at the top, mid notes you got geranium, lavender, and sage, and in the base you got some cedar and some Boston fir. So what I get out of it, I do get that crisp apple at the top. It smells a little sweet, so you get that sweet apple at the top. You get the little fizziness and that lavender in the mid. That fizziness coming, or that sparkle is coming from like the geranium. I don't really get too much of the sage. The cedar wood, it comes in, it rounds down really nice and smooth, man, at the back end. Right now it's in that 7 to 8 hour mark right now, and it's smoothing out really well. It's a good scent, very good scent. I enjoyed it wearing it. It's a crowd pleaser. It's not expensive. You're looking at under $80 for this 2.5 ounce bottle. It looks like a little flask, as y'all can see in the beginning. It looks like a little flask. You screw on the top so you won't accidentally spray it or leak out. So they did a good job on the bottle. Again, this lasts about 6 to 7 hours, so it's got nice longevity. The sillage was nice, and projection was nice. Get a couple feet out of there, maybe 2 to 3 feet. People can still smell you. And I sprayed four sprays on my body, including my shirt. So it's a good scent. You can use it casually, office. It's one of those dumb reaches. It's a nice dumb reach. I think I put this on Facebook, and a lot of people said that they remember this. Some of them say they remember the original. Some like the original over this one. Some like this one over the original. This one lasts a little longer. This one has a little bit more substance, as I can remember. I don't have the original any longer, but this one has a little bit more substance to it. And again, it dries down super nice and super soft. It becomes a skin scent after a while, but you still get little wafts through it throughout the day. Smelling this thing, man, especially if you spray on your shirt, you still get a little bit of that smell, that scent. Hugo Boss did a good job making this line, and I know they continue. They got a lot of flankers of the original, so it's not a bad scent. I enjoy wearing it throughout the day. Again, it's a crowd pleaser. You're spending under $100 on this bottle, and it's a Swiss Army knife. You can wear it at any occasion, for any time of the. I won't say winter, but I say spring, summer, and fall. You're all right wearing this fragrance. As far as what I watched last night, I watched Mr. Cheap Sense. You know, he's doing his he running the gauntlet with that Central Obsessions. I think that's the name of it. I haven't had any interactions with that house yet. Haven't gotten any or seen anything or smelt anything from it. I'm hoping to at some point get my nose on a few to see how it smells and compare it to some of the stuff that I have in my collection. So he ran the gauntlet, ran like 3 videos, and he's going back to back. But he had one video that I couldn't stop laughing, man. He makes me laugh when he's pissed off. It's the funniest thing ever, man. He's nuts, man. That junk is funny as all heck. right? I want to say the other word, but he is one funny brother. All right, I think me and Trey was texting back and forth saying how funny he was. I even text him instead of putting it in the comment section. I text him and was like, "Yo, dude, you one funny dude, man." And I appreciate that, brother. I watched James and Ross, my other brothers over at Outlaw Fragrances, Outlaw Frags. They did a great job with their videos as well. They always do, man. They got so many cameras, you know, that they go back and forth, and that's what I kind of remember what they, you know, as far as the video is concerned. Not so much what they were spraying on themselves and what they were sniffing, but the fact that I was so amazed by, it's almost like a real video production studio. They got cameras in the ceiling or microphones in the ceiling. They got a camera on the left, camera on the right, camera in front. If I'm not mistaken, I damn near seen the camera coming from behind them. So them brothers putting in a lot of work, man. And I love their interaction, man. I can't say it enough. I also watched, let me see, what else did I watch last night? I mean, I was watching the football game, so I was going back and forth. But there's something I do want to talk about. I had sent an email out some years back to Dua Fragrances, asking, you know, when I was really into it back in the days, going through it maybe 4 years ago. And they started coming out a couple years later, and they were sending all these fragrances to different people. And I reached out to some of these, not just Dua, and I'm not just pointing them out. And I apologize if I start off by just saying Dua. I'm not going to make it seem like I'm just pointing them out. But I reached out to some of the companies to see if they could send some fragrance samples over, because where I'm from, there's the mall, and that's it. You're not really getting nothing else. And even our Nordstrom's. We don't have an even market. Even out Nordstrom's, they give us just the commercial stuff. They don't give us the niche stuff that they have down in New York and other things like in the places like that, the big cities. They don't think we're worthy or we sell enough or buy enough here in the state of Connecticut or in the Hartford, Connecticut area to warrant having more fragrances or better fragrances in the stores. So they do the commercial stuff like they competing with Macy's and all that instead of trying to stand out. But anyway, I reached out to some of these companies like Adore and all these other fragrance companies, and out of the momentum that I was carrying at the time, because at that time I think it was only 2 or 3 of us that actually, maybe 4 of us that actually talked about our moth. Club de Nuit Intense Man, and we kind of hyped that thing, and it got rolling. I'm not trying to take the credit for it because the fragrance itself did its own justice, but I reached out to those companies because I had some momentum going, and I was having some traction, and I was interaction. I even sent some to Steven at Red Lessons, and he actually did a video on all the moth stuff that I sent him, and all the companies went and sent out fragrance samples to the little guys like myself, or, you know, guys like right now, guys like Mr. Cheap Sense and all that. We not big enough for those companies, and I'm saying that because I'm seeing a vast amount of videos out there, and everybody is setting up their table in front of them with the stuff that they got from Roger Parfums. And I just want to let some of those guys know, man, you know, Carlos did it last night when he had his presentation about the fragrances, and he mentioned that that was actually sent to him, and that's cool. But I'm not mad because I can purchase my own stuff that I want. But my thing is, you guys forget about the people that actually buying the stuff. You guys are actually forgetting about them. You're forgetting about us. The people that don't live in the big cities. That can actually go out there, that actually spend their hard-earned money to purchase it. But not only that, but spend that time to go and search for it. You got people on these YouTube channels that's gaining momentum, that's little, that don't have the 12,000, the 20,000, the 10,000 subscribers. They got momentum going. The only people that I see looking out for the little dudes or the little guys are the company's central obsessions. You got my man George at I can't think of the last name, Zahara or something like that. That personally sent bottles to the little dudes. That counts. Because again, the little people watch those videos and they go out, and the little dudes are the ones that's buying. The little dudes are the ones that buys and then shared on their channel and pushing it out as well. Start sharing some of that. I'm not gonna tell y'all what to do with y'all product. That's yours. But what I'm saying is, I'm not worried about it because I could purchase my own stuff. But for the little dudes that can't afford that's got these YouTube channels, that's pushing these products, that's willing to go the extra mile, to spending their time on trying to help progress the community and share the love of fragrances, those dudes are being missed, man. Those guys are being missed. Like I said, I done reached out, man. I got an email the other day from one of the companies that said, if I do want samples to review, I can purchase them on this site. But then you go around, because I don't have 10,000 subscribers, you send them to somebody else that doesn't do as many reviews as a Mr. Cheap Sense or someone like that, that's pumping out 2 and 3 videos a day. You guys missed the boat, man. You guys missed the boat. I know they got 20,000, 30,000, 40,000 subscribers, but those dudes are little too at some point. All right, I'm not trying to, I know I'm speaking for the little dudes. Like I said, I don't care about myself. I sent those emails out long ago, and I think I got a response recently because I seen the email and then a content came back empty, and I resent the thing back to see what the content was, and they sent me the email back saying if I wanted samples, here's where I could purchase them. I'm good with that. I could purchase. I don't want the samples. I'll purchase the bottles if I want them. But anyway, again, man, I just wish some of these guys would reach out. Some of these companies would look out for the little dudes sometime and not just send it to the people that got 20, 30,000 subscribers. Them dudes working hard, man. Mr. Cheap Sense busting his ass, working 2 jobs, doing 3 or 4 videos a day. And he gets no love from none. He gets no love from none of the companies like that. And he's the one doing most of the work. So that's my little vent about that. I mean, I just want some of the little dudes to actually win sometime. You know what I'm saying? The little dudes gotta win at some point. You know, they can't constantly keep being the underdogs. You know, remember David and Goliath. David whooped Goliath's ass after a while. So just understand that there's a smaller people that's out here actually talking about your fragrance and giving your fragrance a lot of love too. All right, but anyway, I'm about to take off. It's your boy Sam Broom saying peace. I'm not mad at none of you guys. I still like all y'all fragrances. Just come on, man. Start looking down at the little dudes. Them boys putting in work. All right, Sam Broom signing off. Deuce.